collapsed. Within minutes, an unstoppable. Imagine a flood so massive it swallowed land the size of England, leaving millions trapped beneath endless water. This wasn't just another flood, it became the deadliest natural disaster in recorded human history. Entire towns disappeared as the Yangtze River burst beyond its limits, consuming everything in its path. But this nightmare didn't begin with rain. Years before the disaster, China was suffering through one of its worst droughts in history. Then, almost overnight, nature changed its mind. An unprecedented 7 tropical cyclones struck the region in a single season. The Yangtze, Huai, and Yellow rivers all reached dangerous levels at the same time. China's ancient dike system stood between millions of people and total destruction. Then, the first dike collapsed. Within minutes, an unstoppable wall of muddy water swept across villages without warning. Families climbed onto rooftops, praying the flood would finally stop. It didn't. For days, survivors clung to trees while endless water surrounded them in every direction. What had once been fertile farmland had become an inland ocean. Food supplies vanished almost overnight. Even clean drinking water became impossible to find. As the flood continued, disease spread faster than the river itself. Cholera, typhoid, and dysentery claimed thousands more lives. The flood had stopped destroying homes, but it was now destroying hope. When the water finally began to retreat, an even greater tragedy emerged. Millions had survived the flood, only to face starvation. Entire harvests had disappeared beneath weeks of muddy water. Famine spread rapidly across central China. Families wandered for weeks searching for food that no longer existed. Many survivors escaped the flood only to fall victim to deadly epidemics. Mosquito-infested floodwaters brought malaria to thousands more. The Yangtze River had become more than a river, it had become a battlefield between humanity and nature. By the time the nightmare finally ended, millions of lives had been lost. Yet outside China, much of the world barely noticed the greatest flood in human history. As the waters disappeared, they revealed a nation that no longer recognized itself. Cities had become fields of mud, shattered homes, and unimaginable loss. Historians estimate that between 1 and 4 million people perished during the catastrophe. It remains the deadliest natural disaster ever recorded, yet few people today know its story. The tragedy forced China to completely rethink how it controlled its rivers. Massive dams, stronger levees, and modern flood warning systems were built to prevent another disaster. But no wall, no machine, and no technology can ever truly control nature. The Great China Flood of 1931 reminds us that rivers never forget their ancient paths. They wait patiently, until the next perfect storm. If you enjoyed this documentary, subscribe to EVACORIUM for more true stories the world should never forget.